Hey everyone, it's Laura with Laura B. Flosstube. I am back for another installment of what I've been working on. So I'm going to share my finishes, some really cute fully finished items that I got done the past 3 weeks, some progress on a couple of stitches, and I'm also going to talk to you about my rest of plans for November, my December plans, and what I'm going to be doing in 2023. So it should be pretty jam-packed. I hope you stick around. All right, so first up, I want to talk about my finishes. It has been 3 weeks since I did a Flosstube. My husband and I were both so sick. And we had COVID in early of 2021. And whatever this virus was that took us down, I personally believe it was worse. But I'm here and I'm feeling pretty much okay. I would say I'm at about 85–90% of where I typically am with my health, but it's okay, it's all good, and I'm feeling so much better, and at least I'm awake, which is nice. I slept for like 2 days. But anyway, finishes. So I do have some finishes to share with you. The first one I'm going to share is my first little strawberry, and I want to say thank you so much to Fig Skater. She left a comment on Flosstube 18, I believe, just encouraging me to try some stitching in hand with the, let's see if it'll focus. Focus, thank you, maybe. There we go. Just to do some linen with stitching in hand and to try it out. So I did that with this little strawberry, and it's a pretty simple little stitch. This is a kit that I got from the Needlework Galleria in St. Charles when I went there. And then it's just tied with a little silk ribbon, cut the felt leaves for the strawberry, and a few little beads on there, nothing too crazy. But this was my first strawberry, so I'm pretty happy with how it turned out. And this would be a super cute little ornament on my tree this year. Sorry about that. I had something going on with my music over there that was not music. So, all right, so that's my first strawberry. It's my first finish that I'm going to share. My next finish, I have a couple more ornaments that I've done on the little round ornaments. So I now have a D and a G. So those are done. And these are all the Prairie Schooler Christmas alphabet stitches. They're really quick, really easy to do. I finished them. I put together a tutorial a few weeks ago on how to I'm finishing them on this round ornament board. It's a wooden board. Got these at Michael's. They were like $2 full price, but I think I got them for like 50 cents because I got them after Christmas last year. So watch for those sales because that's like a really good price then for a nice little finished item. And then I finished one more, and this one I actually finished. It's on an ornament, just a different shape. It's also a wooden ornament, but just different shape. So I finished that one, and this is also the Prairie Schooler alphabet. Obviously the letter B is on this one. I'm really happy with those. Can't wait for Christmas for those to be little gifties and some bags for a few loved ones. So that'd be super fun. Okay, I told you I have a lot of finishes. So again, when I went to the Needlework Galleria in St. Charles, I visited the Purple Threads booth, and they had these cute little hand-dyed buttons from Just Another Button Company. They worked with Just Another Button Company to hand dye some buttons specific for this ornament set they put together. So I stitched these up, and I seriously had these done in one evening because they're pretty small and they went really quick. So I just stitched them on, and then I finished them on some sticky board. So this is on 3 layers of sticky board. You can see here's the back too. So I just used some Lori Holt Prairie, some Lori Holt Prairie fabric to do some finishing on these, and then just a little ribbon hanger. Oh, I got some glue hanging there too. That was lovely, wasn't it? Okay, so there's the tree. Same process for the Joy Tic-Tac-Toe. And again, these are hand-dyed buttons from Just Another Button Company. It was an ornament kit from the Purple Thread. And this is, these are all their designs. And then here's the last one. Now this one is on there a little cattywampus, but just forgive me and just feel the joy anyway. That's what we're gonna say. I did these right after I started feeling better, and they were pretty quick and easy to do. I actually used up some scraps from my sticky board, which was really nice. So let's see if I can show all 3 of those. So there's the 3 ornaments. All right, now my grand finale of a fully finished is my December calendar crates. Oh, I didn't bring a frame over, so I'll show it again the next Flosstube probably, so you can see it in the frame. But here's the small with the cute little Rudolph reindeer up there, December 25th. And then, of course, here's the main stitch. And I finished this also on 2 layers of sticky board, one for the stitch piece and one for the fabric. This fabric, I'll hold it up closer so you can see. There you go. The fabric is I think me and my sister designs. I got it from Missouri Star Quilt. It was a 10-inch stacker pack, the layer cake, that actually came with the Prairie Pines quilt. And this was one of the fabrics that I didn't use in that quilt for my trees. So I was like, oh, I have the perfect fabric for my backing for my December calendar crate. So this will look super cute on my board next month. So that will be super, super fun. Yay. All right. Those are all my fully finished items. I do have one more finished stitch. Let me get these out of the way real quick. Sorry about my reach, guys. All right. My last finished stitch, but it's not a fully finished item yet, is from Punch Needle and Primitive Stitcher magazine. This is their December, Christmas, Winter 2022 edition. And this is the Christmas Cookie Tree by Romina Petrucci. It's Romy's Designs, I believe, is what she goes by. I bought her Halloween book, which you may remember I took and had her sign in St. Charles. And then this is her design in the December issue of Punch Needle and Primitive Stitcher. This I finished in 2 nights. I probably could have gotten it done in 1 night, but I started a little later than normal the first night that I finished it. So I got some cute little Christmas trees. Now she called for a white linen, I believe. I used a 14 count, obviously Christmas red, wichelt aida. And then I just pulled some DMC colors. I don't even know which ones I pulled, to be honest with you. I just pulled the DMC colors that I liked that would work on this red fabric. I had to switch the candy canes to like a darker burgundy. You can see that if I get a little closer. There we go. A darker burgundy and white. And then the cookies are a tan color, and then just the white and the green. And then the pot, of course, is kind of a mahogany color. So this is super cute. I can't wait to get this one fully finished. I think I'm going to frame it. It's kind of my tradition that I like making Christmas cookies every year for the holidays. So I plan on framing this and putting it in my living room on the mantle or something like that. So that'll be super fun. Yay, yay, yay. All right. So those are all my finishes. I told you I had several, right? I'm so excited about that. But in addition to that, I have made some progress. Not a lot, but some progress on the fungi stitch and the flag stitch. So let me get these out really quick. All right, the fungi stitch. And remember, I'm using these nylon or silicone, I guess. Silicone little clampy things. I know some of the needlework shops are now selling them for a lot more than you can buy them on Amazon. But anyway, that's what I'm using to hold my cloth for this stitch. And here are my mushrooms so far. And this was a free stitch along with Stitchonomy, I don't know, 2 or 3 years ago. But I bought the pattern off Etsy from their shop. And I'm making this for my stepdaughter. This was her birthday stitch that I started in September. I don't have much progress on it because I was mad at it for a while. I just started really on it in October. And I'm hoping to get it done, by her birthday next year. That's kind of what the goal is. And I'm working on this stitch on the 7s. So on the 7th, the 17th, and the 27th. of each month, I am working on it. Now, I will say that probably when I get a lot more progress done on it, I may devote time to it to finish it up. Kind of like I did with the Prim Stitch series that I did. I was doing, you know, one a month, and then I was like, oh wow, I've only got 2 to go. Let's just do it. So I'm sure the same thing's going to happen with this stitch as well. All right. And then the next one that I've been working on, this is my flags on the 4th stitch, is the American Quilters Cross Stitch by Katie Nolan. And I really haven't made much progress on this one. In fact, yeah, no, I haven't done anything on this in the past 3 weeks. I missed the date on the calendar because I was sick, and I just haven't picked it back up. So I will be working on this on the 24th because just like the Fungi one, the Fungi is the 7s, this is the 4s. So the 4th, the 14th, and the 24th of the month, I work on my flags on the 4th. That one I don't really have a deadline on. I mean, it'd be cool to get it done by July, but I don't see that happening because I have, I only talked about this last time and I don't remember. I have 12 more flags to do. I have those bottom 3 rows. So if I wanted to get it done by July, I'd have to get about, well, not quite 2 flags a month, I guess. So I might be able to get that done by, well, yeah, if I did 2 a month, January through June, then I would have it done for the 4th of July. So maybe I'll make that a goal. We'll see how it goes. We'll see how the 24th goes if I get a lot of progress made on it. All right, this is the one that I'm so excited about. So excited. All right. Jeanette Douglas, we have 1 more month for this stitch along. Oh my goodness. I am so in love with this stitch. I could not put it down. I am so excited. I am caught up. So I only have December to go. Let's see. Here we go. So we have January through November completed. Let me get those a little closer so you can see. And those cute tomatoes. I love the tomatoes so much. In November were the cute little acorns. So yeah, I have December to go and this will be done. So next Thursday is December 1st. Oh, by the way, this is November 22nd. Next Thursday is December 1st. Now, I do have a Quilt Guild meeting next Thursday. It's our Christmas dinner, so I probably won't be stitching that night, unfortunately. But that's okay. I can stitch on it that weekend, and I should be able to finish this, I'm hoping, next weekend. I am so excited about this. So the next Flosstube, I'm hoping I will have it at least finished. I don't know if it's going to be framed, but it's definitely going to be, I'm hoping it will definitely be finished by the next Flosstube. Makes me very, 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 very happy. All right, so let me check my little list here. Oops. Sorry about that thunk. All right, so the rest of November, it is November 22nd. So I have 9 days left, basically. I have, of course, big goals. I don't know if it's going to happen, but I brought out my Prairie Schooler Santas. I want to start working on 1988. I've worked on the previous ones, and I've gone 2020 to, I think, to 2019. Something like that. So I'm going to start working on 1988, and I'm actually going to start on that tonight. So for the rest of November, I'm going to be working on Prairie Schooler Santas, except for the 24th and the 27th, which is the flags and the fungi. So those are my November plans. Is anyone else doing the Prairie Schooler Santas? Is anyone else trying to catch up? I saw this super cute quilt this lady made that had the Prairie Schooler Santas in it. And she did them on Aida. And I was like, oh my gosh, I hadn't seen anyone do that. With linen, yes. With Aida, no. So I was super excited to see that. And I think that might be what I do with some of mine. I think she had like 24 of them maybe. I think that's right, something like that. I'm not even sure how many there are, so I need to figure out how many Prairie Schooler Santas there are. I mean, a bunch, because I think it was like 1984 when they started. So that's, what is that? 16 plus 22, so 38. There's 38 of them. Wow, there's 38 of them. Oh my goodness. Okay. So I think I'm gonna try to do something like that with my Prairie Schooler Santas, and that'd be super fun. So Prairie Schooler Santas, flags on the 24th, and fungi on the 27th are the rest of my November plans. But I say that, but on the 27th, the workshop for historical embroidery patterns, which is a German company, they're starting a free stitch along for their Christmas stitch. And it's going to be out on the Advent Sundays in November and December. And that starts November 27th. So I may need to at least start that on the 27th just because that's when the day it started. And I'd like to work on that too. I'm going to evaluate it again and see if I have all the stuff and decide if I'm really in on it. But I kind of want to stitch along, so I think I'm kind of in on it. I think I've kind of decided. I just don't know if I'm like totally crazy for saying that. But anyway, that's November. All right, so that's been all my progress basically up until now. That's all my cross stitch stuff. And so next we're going to talk about quilts. So quilts. I finished my Prairie Meadow quilt top. I am so happy. I actually finished it a week early, and I'm so thankful I did, because like 2 days after I finished this, I started getting sick, and I would not have felt like finishing it after the fact. So I finished the Prairie Meadows quilt top, and you can see it here. That's my cute little Siamese cat that thinks he has to be in the middle of everything. That's awesome too. So Prairie Meadow is, I'm waiting on the backing, which is back ordered or running delayed, or I'm not even sure at this point, but I don't have it. That's what I'm going to say. And as soon as it gets here, then I'm going to take it and quilt it at my brother's. So yay, that's fun. Okay, in addition to that, I do have updates on the 3 other sew-alongs that I'm doing. So let me flip the camera around and we'll talk about those. All right, first is the Sewcialites 2 quilt along. You can see those blocks on the far right there. I'm trying to stay with just the 2 main colors, the 2 main fabric colors, and then I'm adding in this novelty print collection that I have that has like buttons and pens and sewing machines and things like that. So I'm adding those in kind of as I feel like it. I did change the layout for my 3rd block because I just like it as a star better. So I did that. And then I also changed the layout on my 5th block because once I did those 2 colors, I had this great idea that I would just do 2 baskets one colorway and 2 baskets the opposite. And then when I did that and I started putting them together, I was getting this weird negative image in it that I didn't like at all. So I flipped the baskets so all the bottoms are in the center, and it formed kind of it's a completely different design for the block, but I really like it, and I'm glad that I did that, and I'm glad how it turned out. I'm super happy with it. All right, so in addition to the Sewcialites 2 quilt on this side of my design wall, you can also see the Holt Scrappiness is Happiness quilt along. It's a sampler quilt that's going on with Fat Quarter Shop. They're doing 1 block a week. They're doing them on Mondays. I think Lori is supposed to be doing either a YouTube video or a blog post each Monday to talk about the block. So now that I have Prairie Meadow done, yay, I'm using those scraps to do my scrappy blocks for the rest of this quilt. In addition to some scraps I already have that are Lori Holt and some, fabrics that are kind of coordinating with that line and the colors. So that's what I'm doing. That's the plan with that. So this sampler quilt, I believe it goes through April or June. It's a pretty long sew along actually. You do need the Scrappiness is Happiness book. That's by It's So Emma, published by It's So Emma. Designer is Lori Holt. And basically you're making at least one block out of every one that's in the book. A few of them we're making duplicates of, like the little mushrooms that you see up there on the wall. The other sew along that I have going is the Prairie Pines quilt. And I do have quite a few of the big trees done. There are 32 large trees and 64 small trees to do for this quilt, which are a lot of trees. I mean, it's a forest, people. We're going to have a forest by the time we're done. So I have gotten, I don't know, how many is that? 15, 16 of the big ones and 1 of the little ones done. So I have 63 more little ones. And what is that? 16 more of the big ones. So I'm halfway with the big ones. So that's kind of cool. These are super cute fabrics. I bought my husband bought the kit from Missouri Star Quilt Company, and they sent an email saying that the background fabric was mismeasured in the kit originally. So they actually had Riley Blake just mail me an extra yard of fabric. So that was kind of cool. That came in the mail last week. And I didn't need it. It's going to come in handy when I do the borders. I didn't need it for the background though. So if you have that kit and you don't have that extra, it was like 5 yards originally, but I guess you need 6 to cut the way they want you to. If you have that kit and you haven't gotten the sixth yard, don't fret. You can still do all the trees. You're just going to cut your borders the width of fabric instead of length of fabric, and then it's going to work out fine. So I'm not too concerned about that. So that's super fun. Those are my the progress on the quilts that I'm working on. I don't have any progress on the Sew Simple Shapes quilt yet. Hopefully next time I'll have some progress on that. I have a couple days off work here coming up because of the holiday, because of Thanksgiving. And so I hope that I will have some progress made then. All right, so that's all my works in progress. The rest of this is going to be about just future plans. So if you don't care about my future plans, it's been great to see you, and I will see you next time. If you care about my future plans, then please stay tuned. I will continue talking. Okay, so December, obviously I mentioned that I do plan on finishing the Jeanette Douglas design. Her last mini bouquet releases on December 1st. So I'll be downloading that, and I am doing the color conversion with Anchor Floss. And it's kind of a color conversion. I'm going to say it's a loose color conversion because I'm looking at it and I'm like, yeah, that's the color it should be, but this is the color I want it to be. So I'm kind of swapping some things around, which is, fun for me, and I like it, and it's making it mine and it's personal. So I am going to be finishing up the Jeanette Douglas mini bouquet. And then I will be working on the January calendar crate. That will be the last calendar crate I have to make. So I bought the digital pattern for this and printed it out just a couple days ago. So here's the January calendar crate. And this is Stitching with the Housewives. The same board that I've been using, I can use just, with the washers and magnets. And then I am switching a couple of the colors because it's in my office and in my space. I want it to be a more tealy blue, if that's a word, than an ice blue. So I switched a couple of those colors up with the DMC, and I'll be starting that probably the first week of December. Here, let me pull the colors out so you can see them. So here are my colors. And like I said, I'm going to do more of a teal and, kind of a turquoisey blue than the ice blues. So that will be in the first week or so of December that I work on that. And then that will finish up my calendar crate series, which is super exciting. Super, super duper exciting. And then let's see. Well, since it's December next month, and since that's Christmas time, I do plan on working on my Prairie Schooler Santas. Like I said, that's what I'm going to kind of do for the rest of this month too. But then all of my free time next month is going to be Santa stitching as well. And so then I'm hoping that I'll have, you know, a couple of them done this month and a couple next month, or 4 between the 2, or however that works out. I would like to have 4 more done before the end of the year. That's what I'm going to say. And then the only other thing that I hope to work on in December, and I do have a lot of things planned for December because two reasons. One, I have winter break coming up between Christmas and New Year's. I don't have to work. So I have like 5 days that I can just relax and unwind, and I'm hoping to spend a lot of that time stitching and just relaxing and unwinding. For anyone that knows me in my personal life that is anywhere around me, please don't commit me to anything, because I'm stitching, I'm relaxing, I'm unwinding. So in a very polite, nice way, leave me alone. Anyway, the other thing that I do want to do in December are the Lori Holt stitch cards set in. Let's see if I get this. There we go. Look at that cute little gnome and that cute little mushroom. Is that not the cutest thing ever? I'm so excited about them. So I'm going to be stitching these in December. I don't have them kitted, of course, but I will. And I'm so excited about that little gnome and the little mushroom. Oh my gosh. And the snail's cute too, and the flower's cute too. But the gnome and the mushroom, they are where it's at. So that's so funny. Oh, and here's the bigger picture of the gnome. So cute. So that's December. All my December plans. Now, for 2023, does anyone else have a planner already out for 2023? Because I do. Like I said, I do have December. It's, you know, kind of there. Let me see, make sure I didn't skip anything. Nope. 2023. It's upside down. Oh, I hope that's not evidence of what 2023 is going to be like. Oh my goodness. 2023 planner has had things written in it. I'm so excited about this. Oh, I do have my little Shiba stickers in here too, because I plan on putting some Shibas in there, just here and there. But and I did this for 2022 as well. But I have goals for quilts and stitching for 2023. So here are a few things, my stitching goals. Here are a few that I want to accomplish. And this is, you know, I don't really care when they get done, just in the year. So I plan on doing Peppermint Lane, which is Little House Needleworks, I believe. I think I said that, and I probably shouldn't have. No, it's Pansy Patch Quilts. Is that right? Yes. Pansy Patch Quilts is Peppermint Lane. In fact, let me just look, let me show some of these. So Peppermint Lane is a stitch along that Fat Quarter Shop is doing. And they're just all these cute little houses. There's, I don't know, 12 of them, I guess. 9. There's 9 of them. I don't even know. Isn't that crazy? I don't know. I saw them and I was like, yes, look at the Christmas house. How cute is that? So these are the Peppermint Lane series, designed by Lori Pengali. Of Pansy Patch Quilts, and so I will be doing those in 2023 with Fat Quarter Shop. That is on the list, right? The next one that is on the list is Autumn Love. I have this quilt hanging in my living room right now. I love this quilt so much. I was over the moon excited when they announced the cross stitch was coming out, because this is so cute. And I know that several people already have theirs done, but I did not put this on my list for 2022. It is on my list for 2023, and I plan to have this done before I put my autumn quilt up. So, you know, I have till like September 1st, basically, or October 1st even. Probably September 1st. So that will be fun to have it done. The next thing I want to do is I want to get 6 Prairie Schooler Santas done in 2023. So 6 of them. I'm going on the record, 6 Prairie Schooler Santas by the end of 2023. 6 additional ones need to be done. I also want to do all of the Stitching with the Housewives seed packets. I have like 3 or 4 of those done. I think there are like 12 or 14 total. So I'm going to try to do one of those every month. And then I will have those done by the end of 2023. And again, you know, you never know with me. I might be like, ooh, I'm on a roll with these and I'm going to stitch and get a bunch of them done and it'd be done way before the end of the year. Okay, I do want to stay current with my Lori Holt stitch cards. She's on the stitch card set in, I believe. Yes. So whenever those come out, I just want to stay current with those within a month or 2 of when they're released because I love all of them and they're so cute and they're fast stitches and they're cute little pillows for my dough bowl, for my mantle. And so they're like perfect little decorations. Now, here is where the problem comes in. Oh, and the other thing, okay, I'm going to insert some pictures here. I got permission. Thank you so much for giving me permission. N Punkn is a blog that I just stumbled upon, and she has a ton of free cross stitch charts that she designs, she stitches, and then she gives you for free. It's ridiculous how talented she is and how gracious she is to share all of this talent and her design skills with all of us. It's amazing. So I love her salt box houses, or her salt boxes. So they're like all these little houses, and there's about 20 of them, I believe. I think I counted up this afternoon. 28. There are 28 little house designs that she has that I counted on her blog. I could be wrong. There may be more. And she keeps designing more, so she needs to slow down because I won't be able to keep up. But I want to do her houses, but I want to try to figure out a way to do them kind of like in a long row, so it looks like a house lane of just different little houses and things, and maybe do some higher and lower so I can find little hilltops and little valleys. I just kind of make a scene out of them. They're so pretty and so cute. And so I talked to her, probably a month ago, and then I got sick. And I was like, I really want to promote your salt box houses on my Flosstube channel and on my Instagram account, but I want to make sure it's okay. And she was like, oh yes, please, 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 feel free. So I just want to, I've inserted a few pictures here of some of her designs, and I don't know which ones I'm going to do yet. I'm going to figure that out though, and then I'll share it with you. And if you want to stitch along with me, I thought we could do a stitch along for her salt boxes. So yeah, if you're interested in doing that, please comment below, leave me a message, and we'll figure out when we want to start and how many we want to do, and if I'm crazy for trying to do this all by myself. But anyway, that's where we're at with those. Okay, in addition to all of that, I also have the Stitching with the Housewives Home Is chart that I want to do that for 2023. That's my goal, by the end of 2023, to have all the Home Is stuff done. That will kind of replace my calendar crate, I think. That'll be my calendar crate series in 2023. I'm hoping that the little wreath centers, the letters are going to take a while, but the wreath centers shouldn't take as long as one of the calendar crates, I wouldn't think, but we'll see. And then I know all of us suffer from this, but I pulled a bunch of patterns today that I want to do something from in 2023. So the first several that I'm going to show you are all from Pedal Pusher, who is Barbie Tingley. I met her in St. Charles as well. This first one is the Pussy Willows series. Aren't those cute? I love that little roll up there. And actually, I have fabric that's like a mason jar, and I think it'd be super cute to stitch one of these in one of these smaller ones, to stitch it in the mason jar like the flowers were dried and inside the jar. That'd be super cute. So here's one that I want to try to do. Here's another one. It's also Pedal Pusher. It's I Must Have Flowers. Isn't that cute? And I'm pretty sure you can get these in her Etsy shop. And she is on Instagram. Her Etsy is pedalpusher.etsy.com. I'll leave a link below. And her Instagram is Barbie's Pedal Pusher. So there's another one. Okay. And then, I don't know why I didn't get the spring and the winter, but I did get, probably because I love autumn and winter more. But here's another one by her, Autumn Glory and Winter Wonderland. Isn't that cute? Oh my gosh, I love this so much. Part of me is just like wanting to pull all this stuff and get this done, you know, like now, like for this year. But I'm trying to pace myself. We'll see how it goes. Man, I really like that though. Isn't that cute? I love those snowflakes. Love it. All right. Then I have this one by Teresa Cognut, by the Creative Whims, and it's a glad heart, which I don't know. It's just, I love snowmen. So I want to do this one. And that would be good for any time of winter, really. So maybe I'll do that in January. I could do that in January. That'd be cute, right? Yeah. All right. And then I have the Prim and Proper cross stitch. And there's a quilt. I have the book to make the quilt too. I haven't made the quilt either. But maybe I'll get the cross stitch done. You never know. So there's the Prim and Proper that I want to do. I also want to make So Happy. Super cute, right? And then I also have the pattern for You Are the Boss. And I want to make this one. I want to make this for my room, for my craft room, just because I love it so much. It's so cute. All of those were Lori Holt. The So Happy and the Boss and the Prim and Proper. Those are all Lori Holt. And Autumn Love as too. And then this last one is Support Group, which I do want to make this one too. I think that it would be really cute. And, you know, maybe I'll just make like 4 or something. I don't know. I want to think of a project to put those on. I don't think I'd frame it and put it on the wall. But I like that. I like what it stands for. So it was for breast cancer awareness and for research. So, yeah, I like that. Then I have this pattern that I got from, I don't even remember who, but it's smaller Prairie Schooler Santas. And there's 8 of them. So maybe I will do those for Christmas for next year. For little ornaments. I'm not sure how big they are. Let's see. It says they're 54 by 45. That's not too big. That's not too big. So on 14 count, they're saying that they're basically 4 by 3.5. So that would work pretty good. Yeah. And then lastly, now you know there's always new designs coming out, and I want to do all of them. And I do still have my Punch Needle and Primitive Stitcher magazine that I've made it like a goal to do one from each magazine that I get. So I want to keep up with those too. But then I had to get the Bonnie and Camille book, and this is the Quilt Bee. And I may have bought the book because of the cross stitch, not because of the quilt. But look, there's the cross stitch, and the cross stitch looks like the quilt. I mean, I need to do both, right? I gotta make the quilt and the cross stitch. I mean, that's just like, it's gotta happen. So this is probably hopefully gonna happen too. So there's no way I can get all of that done. I mean, this is like a lot, right? This is a lot. This is a lot. And that's not even all of it. I mean, this was just that part. And then we have the Peppermint Lane, and we have the stitch cards, and we have the Pinker and Pumpkin, and we have the Stitching with the Housewives, and there's no way I can get all of this done. How do you choose? How do you choose what you're going to stitch on? Because I can't start all of them. That would be ridiculous. It would be crazy to kit all of that up and start all of them. And I need just like to sit down and think and decide this is what I want to do, and just kind of be like, this is a January, this is a February, this is a March type thing. And that's probably what I'm going to do. So do you have the same problem? Tell me, do you have the same problem when you're looking at 2023? You're like, how am I going to get it all done? And it's not like that. I'm not like stressed over it. It's just, I want to do all of it because it's all so amazing. So many choices. So many choices. All right. So other than that, as far as crafting, I have been having a great time. Okay, sorry. Other than cross stitch and quilting, I've been having a great time doing some other crafts this time of year. I made 50 Christmas cards. So I'll put a picture of those here. If you're getting a Christmas card from me now, it's ruined and you know what they're gonna look like, but it'll be fine. They're all kind of different, but kind of the same. And I stitched on them, which was fun. Like not by hand, that would be crazy. But I sewed, like using the sewing machine. I did some machine stitching on them, which was fun. And then I also made tags. I also made a Christmas countdown box for my husband. So he has like 25 packages to open and they're all like numbered with like 1 through 25. And then I'm also starting to make some little scissor fobs. And that's going to be fun. I'm going to make several of those for the Quilt Guild meeting next week to give out for like little pricey dues to people that are attending. So yeah, and sometimes I find that if I get stuck, because I was getting kind of stuck on just being motivated to stitch and to quilt, and especially with quilting, I was getting a little stuck. And what I noticed was when I switched and started making some cards and started making some tags, then I was like, oh my gosh, I've got to do this quilt block because it's super cute and it won't take me very long and it'll be done. And it's just like it re-energized me and re-inspired me to go and do some of the crafts I normally do just because I stepped away from them for a little bit and did something that I used to do all the time with the card making. So that was fun. I hope you're enjoying some holiday crafting too and that you have some traditions. If you have holiday traditions and crafts that you do, please tell me below, comment below and tell me what they are. And do you do them by yourself? Do you do it with friends? What's your rundown? What's going on? All right, so that's pretty much all I have. The last thing I have to do is just a quick life update. Excuse me. Oh my goodness. Lingering cough. Exciting life update, but just a short one. I only have one final project to go for this semester. I am done with one class as of today, and I have one more to finish up. So I have one final project, and then I'm done for the semester. And my husband was like, if you get that done, you have 8 weeks. I'm like, I do not have 8 weeks. And I started counting. I'm like, oh my gosh, if I get that done by this weekend, I have 8 weeks before class starts again. That's not going to happen. I'll get it done probably next week, and then I'll have 7 weeks, but still 7 weeks. I'm going to have 7 weeks without class. I am so happy. This semester has been really tough, which means I have one class to take next spring, and I'm taking Youth in Today's World, which is a sociology behavioral science class. So I'm excited about that. I'm excited I got in because that class fills up really quickly. I'm so thankful I'm a senior this year, again, I guess, because I was able to register early. So I registered for that class and got in on that. So that's the last class I have to take before graduating in May. 3 weeks ago, I think, I got an email that said, you're eligible for graduation in May. You need to go, apply for graduation. And I'm like, yes! And scurried on over there, applied for graduation. And then a week later, I got another email that said, we received your application for graduation and you need to decide, you need to pick your ceremony time. And I'm like, So May 13th is a Saturday. It's Mother's Day weekend. At 8:30 in the morning is commencement. So I'm so excited. It's going to be so amazing to have this part of my education, I guess, fulfilled, and this part of my life fulfilled. So yeah, I'm getting a bachelor's in general studies from the University of Missouri in Columbia, MIZ, go Tigers. And I am just so happy about it. It's definitely been a lot of work. It's definitely been a lot of sacrifice. It's definitely been worth it. Got this. And so with all of that being said, that was a complete deviation from Flosstube, but that's okay. That's part of our life too. I just want to say thank you for watching. Thank you for subscribing. Please share, please like, please subscribe, please comment below. I'll try to make sure I have links to everything I mentioned below. Thank you so much to everyone who's already subscribed. I think I'm at like 522, 528 subscribers, something like that at this point. So that's amazing. And I will see you in 2 weeks. Health prevailing. I will see you in 2 weeks, and I will let you know what else is going on in December. So have a wonderful, wonderful Thanksgiving, and I will see you again soon.